We're back. It's Thursday. It's the holiday season. It's the end of the year. We are barreling towards the end of another successful year, mostly successful year. And we are in episode 15 of Kamatchkalan Chronicles, another Benalia-centric campaign for heroes and hooligans. Welcome to everyone. We have a guest tonight joining the crew. I wouldn't say joining. Definitely not joining. But welcome to our players. We've got Elvira tonight. The Bard. Bard, yes. See, I barely know the rules.
Yeah.
We got Sunny, the light cleric, who got to see the sunrise. We have Sai, which is the closest thing we can come to a pronunciation of Sai's real name. And then we have Shield. Yes, last week the crew was inside of the lighthouse. They made it to the top of the lighthouse and unlocked its ability to create fast travel, which will allow them much more mobility around the continent as they go and unlock lighthouses. Should they survive the night, they will be able to move around much more simply. It's sort of a superpower in and of itself, if you think about it, relative to the common person who would have to get a horse or a ship or a really long walk. Tonight, they face the mad doctor. Maybe not mad. Maybe misunderstood.
Dr. Haber is a brilliant but erratic mad scientist who is obsessed with belief in the will to power. Dr. Haber is convinced that he can use science to achieve godlike control over the world and shape it according to his own desires. Despite his many successes in the field of science, Haber's collega's and peers view him as a dangerous and reckless figure, and many of his ideas and experiments are met with skepticism and scorn.
Oh, so what do we get in there? That accent was thick. So I think we got erratic, obsessed, will to power. Anything else jump out to you folks in that?
Seemed like classic mad scientist.
Classic.
Definitely should bring him a Happy Meal.
Okay. Let's add on.
His experiments were shunned and scorned.
Yes.
So clearly the other lab coats ain't too fond of him.
You know what Dr. Haber is doing in this area is he is trying to create a synthetic version of guano, and that's very attractive. If you can synthesize guano, you don't have to transport it many weeks over the sea. This is a land where there aren't many farms. There's not a large population, but there are other places that have very large populations and need those farmlands to be quite fertile. So matching those two things up has become quite a profitable trade for all of the folks you met in KC 426. Dr. Haber is ambitious in his desire to synthesize this guano into a fertilizer that is useful. And if he can create a process that could be moved to the mainland, perhaps. And there's some people, investment intermodal, that really doesn't want to see this happen. So he's been under siege. I think you met Alexis last week. They've been under siege, attacked relentlessly over and over again, trying to stop these experiments, stop this research. So, as his obsession grows, Dr. Haber has become increasingly erratic and unpredictable, lashing out at anyone who stands in his way. And with that, you stand at the top of the stairs on the main floor of the lighthouse. Stairs lead down.
Are we at the sun up part of the day or the sun down part of the day?
Yeah, you're after a long rest and sun up part of the day.
We are at the sun up part of the day. Well, look at that, Sunny. You got to see the sunset and the sunrise from the top of the lighthouse.
Very good. We could stay up here in the sun more, but
We
I don't know.
could.
I don't
That
want to get
sounds
moving.
sunny and delightful, but I think we kind of got bigger fish to fry, you know?
Indeed. Duty calls.
Good. Thank you so much.
No, it's the fake duty that calls.
Boo!
But I agree we should get going.
Is there anything interesting in here before we go? We should check that out.
Well, this is the floor where you.
We already checked this floor,
Okay, well,
so we should go down. Should I go first in case things are coming, or should someone else go first in case
think
things are
she'll-
coming?
should go first in case things are coming.
Indeed, I will go first.
It's literally his name, Shield.
That is
Right.
true.
It is in the name.
Shield, as you descend the stairs, the light grows dimmer and dimmer. There is no light down here. You find yourself below ground. Yes. This is a basement without lights. You've been in basements before. Normally they would be lit and or have those little windows. Sometimes those windows fill with water. But in this case, no windows, no light. As you start to get down further and further, the light recedes, your friends recede, and you feel increasingly alone.
Would you like a light spell?
Actually, funny you should mention that. As a partially divine being, I know the light cantrip for myself, which I would like to use. So does this illuminate my surroundings at all, or is this darkness maybe something more sinister?
Let me see. No, you do. You are able to see all the way down to a door. It's sort of a vault door, like spinny, like a hatch inside of a submarine, perhaps. It's one of those type of doors.
Be careful. When we were heading up, the doors were booby-trapped.
Taking heed of Sai's advice, Shield will kind of like going up, sort of approach it low and slow, making sure there's nothing Home Alone adjacent or nefarious, as it were.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you like investigation or perception?
That would be an investigation.
Okay. With a crisp +0, that is a 10.
Seems fine. Seems fine.
It's cool. Yeah, we're good. You know, I'll tiptoe a little bit anyway, but I ain't worried about it. But the Shield will approach the door, lighting the way.
Okay. By yourself.
No, I think we're following.
Yes,
I
we
would-
are
I
following.
Okay.
Yeah, I would presume they follow as well, but
Always.
I mean,
Never a party.
it probably makes sense to be slightly back if we expect there might be traps in case one of them goes off.
Well, how are we going to look for traps if we stay all the way back here?
You put the person looking for traps up close to the traps, not all of us.
Well, my dear,
I don't think that was how we planned this. The thought was Shield would just take the traps, which is really an unfortunate strategy, but has been our most successful to date.
I'm not entirely opposed to somebody trying to disarm any potential traps, just as a suggestion if you would like.
I am happy to try.
Then by all means, given there is nothing attempting to murder us in the immediate area, I will stand aside and let you observe the door.
Okay. Elvira, I believe you're better at the observing thing than I am.
The investigatory or the perceptive?
I'm decent at perception. I'm not great at investigation.
Also not great, but
You
YOLO.
clearly should practice.
10.
Seems fine.
Yeah. So my owl eyes tell me that this door is not trapped, and it's just fine.
Fantastic. Then I don't need to do anything to it, and Shield can go through it without being hit by a bucket of paint.
Okay.
And Shield will do precisely that, trusting his companions that the door will not result in yet another bucket to the head.
All right. Make a strength check. You get your arms on the wheel,
That's
I
a
suppose.
that's a firm 13.
Yeah. You put your back into it, and it starts to go, and it starts to open. The door opens, and immediately the light goes out.
That doesn't seem good.
It's a magical darkness.
It,
Guilty!
Whatever is in there sounds vicious. Maybe we shouldn't go.
Hello?
Okay, everyone make a you feel a magical psychic energy cone hits you as soon as the door opens. The light goes out, gone, and a psychic energy blast ripples through. You all feel your very mind attacked. Make a DC 16 intelligence saving throw.
I am well trained in these arts. I have a 17.
Oh, shield.
I have some bad news.
You know what? I have some good news. A 16 on the nose.
Yes, I saw. Okay. Everyone who fails will take 22 points of psychic damage and be stunned for 1 minute. Those who save will take nothing, and you have free movement.
Do you want anything for the nat 1, or is it just fail or not?
I'm gonna hit you with the max damage on the old nat 1.
Do what you must.
Yeah.
So, how much
So
am I
that
eating
will
here?
be 36 points of damage.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that one is a tough one for me.
Missed the save by 1.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I only missed the save by 15.
All right. It is magically dark. All right. I'm sorry. It is naturally dark. So if you have dark vision or anything like that, you can see shadows still, small movements. There is no light source down here. Faint hints of perhaps undersea lighting, but mostly dark. The two party mates, Sunny and Shield, are stunned for 1 minute. Let's see what stunned means. Stunned creatures incapacitated, cannot move, and can speak only falteringly. So you can speak. You can let your party mates know in the dark that you have been affected. Okay, you automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against you have advantage. Okay, you will be able to repeat your saving throw at the end of each turn, and the effect will end on success. Let's why don't we
Presuming that it is still late spring and summer didn't start overnight, I have a 13.
Okay, 13. All right, where are we at? Okay, who would hear it first? Shield, you are in front. You open the door. You hear, and I know you're stunned. You can barely talk. Oh, but you notice. Gosh, is that a rumble? Is that something rolling towards you? Is it something large? It's something large. Is it rolling? It's not walking? Is it slithering? Oh, it's slithering towards you. There's something large slithering towards you. But it's not going to be there yet.
Fantastic.
It's coming at you. All right. Next will be Sunny.
I think all I can do is retry my save.
Yep.
Oh, I hate the darkness.
Yes, it is especially.
As I roll a 15 again.
Okay. All right. Dr. Haber.
Cutie! There's a little baby treat here for you, Cutie. Come and get your treat, Cutie. God damn it. Hop for the damn it. Gegen Tonter the Beer. Oh. And then you see, it looks like a mind flare in the darkness. Just the outline, just for a second. And then it posts up in on this like elevated platform over there where the snake is coming down the steps.
Yes.
And you see what looks like a eldritch bolt start forming in its hand. And it starts laughing. Ho, 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 ho. And blasts. Eldritch blasts at you. 15. What's that? 23 to hit.
Who are we going after?
Who's the front?
Shield.
That would be me.
Yeah, any warriors first.
Yeah, that'd be me. And I'm stunned, so.
Yeah.
Well, no, anybody who's not stunned.
Oh.
Yeah, anybody who's still up.
I would probably be the one behind him who is unstunned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wham.
You said 15, but a 15 will not hit me.
No, it's a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
That will hit me.
Yep. Okay, you will take. You rolling the damage.
Arcane Blast. I was just going to take the normal number that they take.
Okay.
Is that fine?
Yep.
28.
Ouch.
28 points of force damage.
And another blast at the same person. Sai.
Yes, that's.
I'm afraid that will hit as well for another 28 points of force damage.
I am down.
Guilty. It's time for the treaties.
Okay. That will be Psy.
I am not stunned, but I do have to roll a save. 12, so that's one success.
Okay. Success. All right. We've got Sunny. Elvira.
I'm gonna sing a song. In touch with the ground, I'm on the hunt. I'm after you. Smell like I sound. I'm lost in the crowd, and I'm hungry like a wolf. I'm giving myself a Tale of the Clever Animal, which for the next 10 minutes will give me, I'll be able to add my bardic inspiration die to intelligence, wisdom, or charisma checks, saves. So that will be helpful. So I'm going to do that. That's a thing for my bonus action. And for my regular action, I would like to cure my friend who's on the ground with a cure wound spell. Let's do a 3rd level cure wounds to start. 15 you get back, Sai.
Okay, Psy's back up.
And that's EOT for me as I duck behind the door.
Okay. Shield.
I'm stunned, so let's try this int save. 16 on the nose.
There it is. You shake it off. Shake it off.
Was that save at end of turn or beginning?
I believe it's end of turn. Yes, end of turn.
Okay, then that's that.
Okay. All right. It's Cutie's turn.
And you see Cutie very confidently go up on the first stunned victim, which is, I think, Shield. So Shield's getting up,
Yep.
but then Psy is up too.
Yep.
Sunny is the only
Sunny
one.
is there. A
Yep.
nice little treat.
Sunny's in the back, though, I think. So
okay,
it would
yeah.
have to go by Shield and Psy right now. They have not moved into the room.
No, Cutie would go right after Shield then.
Okay. Right after Shield.
Can I roll for Cutie?
Sure. It's a +5 to hit.
All right. Ew. 21.
Hey, how about that? You got it.
Okay. That'll be 8 points of piercing damage as the giant coral snake, bites into your leg and make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Oh, this is the good part for Cutie.
Non-nat 20.
You only roll 1s and 20s so far. Okay, you are not stunned, and you do not begin to hallucinate or suffer madness. You feel like that was an option. Sunny.
We'll try the save yet again. 14. Nope.
Okay. All right. Everybody, Sunny is sidelined right now. Your cleric is sidelined. Sai, your turn.
I do not like the way this is going. But I don't know any other options. So I will. Sorry. I'm going to use Misty Step to go get next to the good doctor.
Okay.
Then, as I show up next to him,
Yes.
Wait, Sai. Just as you're about to use your magic, you feel this horrible presence within your magic, and the magic cancels your magic once, up to 3 times per day. It does this.
And that is negate spell.
okay,
Not to be confused with counterspell, everyone's favorite when they have it, everyone's most hated when the monster has it.
And you hear the
well-
doctor say, "You can't try that on me, goddammit."
inside of your head, you hear, "We are not necessarily here to fight you. I would rather not die or kill."
Well, I have a goddammit feeling you are working for Intermodal, aren't you?
And just so that you know, because you attacked psychically, Sai is specifically speaking to you using my psionic powers.
Okay.
So there is a tree speaking inside your brain.
Oh, this creature is very familiar with the psychic realm, and
Indeed, and but I also am a tree, just in case it helps. So yeah, you hear, "No, I rather hate intermodal. In fact, I am interested in anything that can work against them at this point."
guilty. Guilty, stop. Put down your weapons.
And then inside of everybody else's brains, since I can do it this way. How many people do we have? I guess I couldn't get everyone. So I'm gonna go with everybody but Elvira, because she has her own way of contacting me silently. You'll hear, "Put down your weapons." And hopefully Elvira, when she sees us putting down our weapons, will check in.
Yeah, I have my own telekinesis. But I don't have any weapons drawn, so.
Out loud, then I'll say, "So you also dislike vestment intermodal. Can we talk? Also, your snake is lovely.
That's guilty.
Very
She is a specially bred coral snake. I bred her from the high seas of the north and brought her here.
interesting. A snake of the north.
She has special papers that confirm her heredity. Huh.
Very impressive.
Yes.
I haven't met many snakes, but very few of them are as large as this, no?
No, she's actually just the perfect size for her kind of snake in the show. She's a show snake.
A show snake.
She's cute.
I would like to go to a snake show at some point. That sounds fun. Elvira, can we go to a snake show at some point?
Absolutely fucking not.
Oh. Sunny, can we go to a snake show at some point? Elvira says she won't come.
Listen, I'll follow you into the desert. I will get on a ship that's going to battle sea monsters. I will help you invent coral condoms. But there is one thing that I will not do. Absolutely not, never, ever. And that is actively engage with Snake. Anything. It is the one thing on this whole Indiana Jones of the universe I do not like. Capital FEAR. Underline exclamation point.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to eat owls. My apologies, Elvira.
Yeah. They live in your branches, but they like me for breakfast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cleaner!
Who's that?
Oh, that is my wife, Klena.
You are married. Congratulations. Are
I'm
you
married
the
to a
doctor?
Deathlock. So, the most important thing is that right now, I have to investigate you all very closely. I'm on the very edge of a great discovery, especially you, Sai, because normally I can't speak through the trees, but with
Oh.
you, I could get direct feedback on how my fertilizer is working.
I would be happy to provide input.
Some trees die from my fertilizer, but
I would ask that we take precautions.
of course.
I am
But
happy
this
to
is
provide input,
so.
especially if it can wither the reach of vestment intermodal.
So you come all this way to assassinate me and destroy all of my progress.
No,
God damn it.
we come all this way to find out what's going on with you and see if we can help. We have heard you are unwell. Alexis was worried.
Huh. I goddamn it work my ass off in this lab.
Well, I am not familiar with the god named Damit. Sonny, you are a cleric. Do you know the god Damit?
No,
I
but I
don't know.
mostly just watch the sun.
I don't think he's praying to a god here.
I'm not praying to a god.
Oh, I don't
He's
pray
not
to
praying
God
to a god.
either. I only talk to mushrooms.
Huh. We have more in common than you might think, Sai.
I agree. That is why I did not. I hoped violence would not come between us.
I'm glad I did not totally destroy you. You could work for me in a very serious capacity.
I am happy to help as much as I can, though I should warn you, I have a tendency to decide I am done and walk away. I hope that's okay. It's just in my nature.
Hmm.
But I will help until that happens.
Well, the first thing we need to do, if you want to help, we need to destroy completely Inner Myrtle.
All about it. They practice clear cutting and pretend to be dragons so that they can kill, like, little people. Like,
Yeah, innocent villagers. That was really tragic.
that was horrible.
It was really awful. That was really messed up. And what the damn singing? It's not even a good song. It's not even a good song. I mean, it's got good resonance and it's well formulated, but it's not good. It's just not a good song.
But I'm not entirely sure that the song is intermodal. It's not just, tentacle. I don't mean you, good doctor. There's a larger tentacle force at work. But anyway, how can we help?
God damn it, Klena! What? Oh. You notice the doctor's getting agitated.
Do you need us to help with something?
Hungry, maybe.
Darling, are
Right.
you coming for dinner?
Yep, knew it. Hangry. He's just hangry. What are you having? I am actually a little famished. We could join you.
We should have brought those knicker bars we always pack.
I have some pocket bacon.
Well, if someone
Yeah,
has
pocket
already
bacon.
made him dinner, he probably doesn't need our pocket bacon.
Well, maybe it's helpful to bring a gift to dinner when you go to somebody's house for dinner. I think I read that in a book somewhere.
Salt and bread tends to be the tradition.
I do not
Well-
have salt or bread. I have leaves and bark, though. He can
I
have
am
some
pretty
of.
salty of this situation right now. I won't even lie to you. But
Klena!
What does... I don't know what this man is saying.
And
But
then you feel the same effect as what happened last time.
Oh, no. Sorry, the recharge does not happen.
He did. Okay, he's trying to get you again. You can feel it. You
Yep.
feel it.
Oh,
He's
he's
on the
lying.
edge.
he's lying
He's
to
trying to
us.
blast you again, but he's
Wait a minute.
he doesn't know why.
Why are you doing this? We are making progress in this. Are you okay?
Maybe I can help him calm his emotions.
Yeah.
I'm not okay all the time, working all the time in this lab. I smell this stuff. It smells horrible.
Oh, you need fresh air. You need vitamin D. Sonny, he needs
I hate
this.
vitamin D. I hate
Listen,
all of this.
one time I spent a whole winter underneath the ship instead of on the top, and I didn't get a lot of sun, and it made me super depressed, and the shine went away of my feathers, and it just fell flat, and I did not look as glorious as I do now. Something about winter blues. Maybe you're having the blues because you're lacking in sun. You just need to go outside, get a fresh air, get away from this smell. You should go on a picnic with your wife. A picnic with your wife. That's the best idea I ever had. Just saying.
Yeah. And sometimes we go to the deep part of the sea together. And she's undead, so it doesn't matter. So we just hang out down there. But then she gets tired of it, wants to go home very soon.
I'm tired.
She gets tired of it. But I want to stay longer. Clena!
You know what? Maybe we should just let him do his experiments. Just saying. Because I don't know
detect your
about
thoughts,
you.
And you're thinking about just leaving this place. But you're not going to leave me high and dry. Oh no, you're not going to screw me, baby. Now you've seen all of my secrets. You probably know all of my secrets, and you're going to take all the money and gold from me, aren't you, baby?
No. We will not.
I have no interest in bird shit.
I have lots of interest in bird shit, but I have more interest in taking down Vestment Intermodal. I just don't understand what you're saying besides the fact that you want me to try your samples.
I mean, sometimes I take a plant and dies in 5 minutes. Sometimes it grows.
Sai, are you volunteering for the experiment? The test?
If need be, but I would ask that we find something to... Perhaps we can help you. What if we found... Do you know who the Tinkerer is? Perhaps we could combine resources to find out what the non-lethal ones are, and then I could try the rest. Or we could perhaps we could find a friend who speaks to plants. I don't think I speak to other plants, just my own. Or I could log into the mycelium network and talk to them to ask them, like the ones that thrived, ask them what felt so good about it. Do you still have them?
I'm trying to shift just slightly out of line of sight of him.
Oh, Sonny, you are no longer stunned.
It's been more than a minute, I figured, but I was just trying to shift out of line of sight of him and quietly heal myself.
Okay.
I have not been able to get a proper plant sample down here since this intermodal company has started to mess with me, baby. It is totally bad. They have a real problem. But I'm afraid that the first thing that happens is intermodal gets destroyed, and then someone just takes over the guano. And then comes...
Absolutely. We definitely need to think further than that. Do you think that collaborating with the Tinkerer would help?
I'm not sure if I know who this
I don't
Tinkerer is.
what Elvira was talking about, maybe finding him, and tinkerers make things just like you do, and perhaps more brains equal more ideas. We also, Elvira has aspirations in politics, so maybe she would want to provide the alternative. I don't know. I don't know.
Hmm. I don't know either. I was going to destroy you all, but now that I know that you do not like intermodal, it at least gives you a chance. But Kleina, if she would ever get down here with my thing that I've asked for.
Do you want one of us to go and get it or her?
Wait a minute. Cutie. Cutie, come. Cutie. Cutie. Come here, closer, closer, closer to my mouth, Cutie. Oh, that's it, Cutie. Huh. That's nice. I want to take you to the show, Cutie. I'm going to make you first in show. I'm going to make you first. Oh, snake. Oh, snake, Cutie. Oh, snake, I tell you. And I reach over and I grab my pipe. And I start smoking my pipe. And I start blowing the smoke in Cutie's mouth. Blowing the smoke in Cutie's mouth. Oh, we are going to have so much fun, aren't we, Cutie? Oh, it's going to be so much fun, Cutie.
Mr. World, can I try to look around and just sort of... I'm not investigating for anything particular. I just want to take in what's around us while this is going on.
So so it is dark down here still. So
I do have dark vision to 60 feet.
Yep. Okay. So you see it is a lab. There are tables with vials, with chemistry equipment. There are some living samples to your left as you look in from the doorway. And it's very much set up like a laboratory. To the right, where the voice of Dr. Haber is coming, well, it's within 60 feet. So Dr. Haber is sort of up on a, 4-step landing, which are his living quarters. Yeah, so that's what you see.
I have a question, Dr. Haber. Have you been providing your living samples with the other requirements for life? You mentioned that you have not had sunlight since you came down here. No wonder they are dying if you are not able to provide them with other things, necessities.
He's probably using mushrooms.
Mushrooms are not the same as sunlight. It's, you have to... Mushrooms and plants are different. We work together, but we are different.
I get the dopey dogs to take it up to the surface. The dopey dogs go up. They are dopey because they are dog.
That makes sense. At least they do get some sunlight. It is important to walk your indoor plants regularly on sunny days.
Wait a minute. What if we could help the doctor make an indoor sun that would feed his plants? And then his experiment wouldn't be maybe so in jeopardy.
I mean, it sounds like we need to find a tinkerer again. Or something. Dr. Haber, can you explain the lack of organic life in this community? I'm a little confused by it.
Oh my god, I'm trying to relax with my cutie and you keep asking me all these scientific questions.
I'm sorry.
And I've already worked like 100 hours on my ass today.
Noted. Please take the evening off. You asked us for help, and I'm trying to figure out how we could help, and I'm not used to thinking for myself. It's a rather new habit. Uh,
No, I'm sorry. I'm just tired because working with my dominant self all day. And now you are very interesting to me, though, Sai. The rest of them are just organic flesh balls. But you are special. You are special, I tell you. You could be the key to everything I am trying to work on.
I am honored.
You
They
should
are.
stay here with me forever.
I will stay with you for a while if you would like.
But the rest I do not want to stay.
Oh, okay.
Just you. You're the special one, not the rest of them, you see.
I understand. Um, I am not going
I would
to.
like to cast a spell on you now.
What spell?
The spell is called Dominate Monster.
Okay, you can try, but I am not a monster.
Dominate
Okay,
monster.
you attempt to beguile a creature that you can see within range. It must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be charmed for the duration. If you or creatures that are friendly to you are fighting it, it has advantage on the saving throw.
We stopped fighting a long time ago.
I think we're still technically in combat. I have not closed the screen.
And you're
Resolve the encounter.
magic. You keep using magic on us. That's definitely combat.
Yeah. So
That's
while
bully
the creature-
behavior.
while the creature is charmed, you have a telepathic link with it. As long as the two of you are on the same plane of existence. Oh, you can use this telepathic link to issue commands to the creature while you are conscious. It does its best to obey. It does its best to obey.
Well, my resistance had a natural 20 to it, so
God damn it.
I still want to know who this god Damut is.
Oh,
I do not wish to be dominated by yet another master. I have had that happen twice already in my life and prefer working alongside friends. I am happy to work alongside you as my friend, just as I have worked alongside Elvira and was beginning to work alongside Sunny. And I wait a minute, where is Naime? She's been missing a long time. She's also a friend I have worked alongside, and I will happily work alongside you. But you look like I should shut up now, so I will stop talking. I think Elvira is rubbing off on me.
We have a mental link. You were doing Sinex between us, right, Sai?
Oh yes, you and Shield and
You know these things. These things, what he is, they're really evil. They're really bad.
I'm not.
They're like a scourge of the Underdark. They are not friends.
I did not know.
They eat people and brains, and this is part of why Sunny's been like carefully like out of line of sight, trying more or less hiding from it.
I did not know. I have not been to the Underdark yet.
They're really bad. We should get out of here.
Should I stay so he will let you go? I don't think he will kill me right away.
You will not live very long if you stay.
I do not have a brain to eat. At least I don't think I do.
I mean, you were talking about not wanting those Warforged to be controlled, or we were talking about that, and he's going to do worse to you.
I think he has different plans than eating your brain, like Sonny said.
So I'm going to make a judgment here, Sai, since you rolled a natural 20.
Yes.
You are fully aware of what command Dr. Haber was giving you. Dr. Haber, what was your command?
to give to Sai.
Yes.
I wanted as far as the charm spell, dominate person.
So it is you can specify a simple and general course of action, such as attack the creature, run over there, fetch the object. Okay, if the creature completes the order and doesn't receive further direction from you, defends and preserves itself to the best of its ability. So
But-
what what was the order that you were going to give?
I want you to stay here with me, Sai,
Okay.
and tell the other ones to go away. Tell them to go back home.
Okay.
Go into the horrible sunlight.
All right. So, Sai, you are fully aware of the intentions.
I will be okay. You guys can go. You can come back another time. I'll be here.
Guilty. Do not bite them on the back like you like to do when they leave, Guilty.
I actively contest this if I have information, if I'm privy to the information, but I think you're
Oh yeah.
psychically linked aside from me, actually, currently.
Yes. Unfortunately, I can only do 3 at a time, but you can link in with me. I don't know if I could link in a 4th by using another slot. It doesn't say so. It says, as an action, choose up to 3 creatures you can see. Roll a d8.
If we're still psychically linked, Shield refuses to abandon you to this creature.
I understand. I don't particularly want to, but what are our options?
Are you serving me a divorce and an eviction notice all at the same time, Sai?
Oh,
No.
That's a hell of a 1-2.
that's
Sunny tries to move so that she can barely get line of sight on Sai and Shield and not see the creature.
I just don't know another
Yes.
option, Elvira.
She does a healing word, a mass healing word, and hits everyone who's injured.
Ooh, how many hit points?
Not a lot.
That's fair.
It's the thought that counts.
Now, Sunny, just yeah, okay, yeah.
And she's like crawling up the wall, like along the edge of the ceiling, just like peeking around just enough to get line of sight on the two of them, and then like scurrying back up, clearly scared of this thing.
Yep. So that will be 6 points, I believe.
Yep.
Dr. Haber, tell me about yourself. You say that you work here, but how long have you been here? I am sorry if I'm asking too many questions. Then over the psychic link, you guys hear, I'm not trying to abandon the party. I'm just trying to find options. But
I'd like to talk to you.
Okay. What do you want to know?
Well, not to brag on myself, but I was a gifted genius.
Yes, were you always what you are now?
Hmm.
Do you know what you are now? What are you now?
After I had mastered the complete repertoire of all the dominant psychic powers you couldn't freaking believe, then I turned myself to necromancy because I thought that would be nice to know too.
Was it? That sounds
Yes.
fascinating.
Because then you can take live people and make them turn dead. And then once they're dead, you can do stuff with them, you see.
I mean, I can do that already, and I don't have.
But I grew bored with all that anyway.
Fair.
And so I decided that I wanted to, because I hate the people who live in the sun so much, that I decided I want to control their lives. All their lives. And so I said, how do I control their lives? So
Okay.
how do I control their lives? I control their food because they're little monkeys and they need to eat.
That is true. They do. It is one of their shortcomings.
Not to brag on myself, but I figured that out pretty quickly. So I decided to make a way to make them food for them to eat and to control them.
So you are going to control them by giving them what they need?
Exactly. Because then, if they need something, you can take it away from them. And guess what? I have what you need. It's going to be great. It's going to work out for everyone, especially me.
Well, yes. How is this different from vestment intermodal?
But they pretend. At least I'm telling you the truth here.
That is true. They do pretend not to be in control.
And creatures like you will be cherished. Special creatures. Unique in all the world. Just like me. You and me. We're very similar to each other, you see. I can see that you've been through a lot. And I have too.
I'm sorry you've been through so much. It must be hard to be so far from anyone who is like you.
Plena, you would like her. She's asleep and she won't wake up for a long time, though.
That is sad. I'm sorry that your wife won't wake up. I wish I had a way to help her.
She
I wish
drinks Dammit wine all afternoon and falls asleep.
Oh, sometimes Elvira does that too. And Shield does that sometimes too. But they usually wake up later.
Do you think you could stay down here for like a very long time without light?
No, I do need light with which to make my food. I would eventually die if I did not have light. And I would be very sad if I did not have light even more regularly than that. It is hard to be a growing tree in the darkness. And while I am bigger than I used to be, I am very small compared to my grandfathers. Grand trees. Gender is weird when you are a tree, but some of them are grandfathers.
Would you say that you feel pain?
Yes, I do. It is not. I do not bleed the way others do, but I sap and it hurts. It's uncomfortable.
Are there more of your kind?
Willow trees, yes.
But like you that can walk and think and communicate?
Theoretically, there are about 20 of us, but you would have to go where they have gone.
Where are they?
They are in the Feywild, I think, unless they have started their mission. We were training for a mission, you see.
What kind of mission? Could you come all here?
I mean, honestly, if they were to come help you, that would be better than the mission they are on. They are on a mission to destroy organized gardening.
Wow.
Which is similar.
I agree with them.
Organized gardening is how most farmers create food.
Right, we need to control that. But first we destroy it. Then we bring it back to them, but we control it.
But why do we want the control?
Because these people are in the sunshine, just up there. Who do they think they are?
Is the problem the
Ahmed?
sunshine? We could. I believe that I saw an apothecary once who created goggles and coverings to protect from the sun for those who cannot have it. If that is the issue, we could try to get you some adaptive clothing.
No.
Okay.
I will stay here.
Okay.
You will stay here with me.
Possibly.
You should. You
I am
really
not
should.
saying no. You are a good conversational partner.
We could do many things here. We could experiment on you.
We could.
With you, and with you.
That's
and get
been
your
done
input
before.
and find out if we can grow you properly. I can make you grow. And
I am
fruit.
growing on my own. All I need for that is sunlight and carbon dioxide and nitrogen and friendly mushrooms.
Mhm. Well, we don't have that sort of biodiversity down here. This would be a bad environment for you to be long term, but your work would be very helpful. And you'll see, we could.
Oh, again, I am not.
Lena! Wake up, Lena! Lena, you're in bed for all damn time. Get down here. I'll be back. I'll
Okay,
be back.
you do that. I will be here. And I'm just going to kind of lean my trunk against the platform that he's on in a tree-like version of like relaxing.
Okay. You find that Dr. Haber's attention into your mind has been distracted. You have a few moments to really talk this through.
And
Kleena is the one person who Dr. Haber seems to struggle to get to listen to him.
We either need to get out of here or we need to decide we're doing the thing. Because if we keep
Well-
talking, he's just going to jump us.
Right. But the thing is, right, like he's scared of going in the sun and he's stayed here. Do you think if we like jettison out of here like right now and hit the teleporter at the top of the lighthouse, we just go back to Astoria and come back and kill this guy later when we're stronger? You think that's the smart idea here? Because look, listen, that was some powerful magic. Sai's leaves started to wither very fast.
I do not believe that we have what it takes to fight him. If we are not planning for me to stay in order for you all to leave, I think we should go now.
I think we should go now teleporter and go back to Astoria and come back and tackle this beast at a later date when we are stronger, better adventurers, and I have learned better songs to sing, and your muscles are bigger, and all of that stuff that happens when you're a better fighter.
I can light him up if we want to fight him, but these things are bad. They're really bad.
Yeah, I think he's just way too powerful. I think we should run. I vote run away. I'll even sing you a song if you want me to help you run away. But we should run away.
Okay, let's go then.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna run. I'm gonna fly. I
Yeah.
am gonna fly. Zoom zoom.
Okay. Where are we at? Elvira, it is your turn. You fly away. Shield, your turn. Dr. Haber, you return to the room and you see sense.
Wait, did you describe all the arguing with Klena?
Yes. Well, I alluded to the arguing. It's the one person that doesn't listen to Dr. Haber.
Right. They're arguing.
Yep. Okay.
Dr.
Elvira
Harmon's
has escaped. Shield, it is your turn. Dr. Haber, you see that one of the creatures that you wanted to leave has in fact left.
Which one?
Elvira.
I think in my mind is Dr. Haber smart.
Shield, it is your turn. Okay, moving on.
A
Shield me in the bio.
Yep, that's fine. So it is Cutie's turn.
All right, Cutie doesn't do anything, but you can see the tension in Cutie that because Dr. Haber's getting tense and it's a very symbiotic relationship.
Oh yeah, and the bird. Oh, how Cutie wanted that bird. It has left. Sunny, your turn.
I move all the way to the end, just about to disappear up, but I'm skittering along the ceiling, kind of trying to hide, but I don't want to leave anyone behind. So I'm.
Are you in the room or are you heading up the steps?
I'm barely in the room. I want to make sure that if I can know if someone else is not coming. So maybe 5 feet up the steps.
5 feet up the steps. Got it. Okay. Sigh.
I am going to dash.
Okay.
60 feet plus bonus action dash, so 90 feet. I believe I can do that. I think I'm high enough level at this point.
There we go.
So yeah, 90 feet. And just quickly telling Dr. Haber, I'm sorry, let me know if there's something else I can do to help. Goodbye.
Dr. Haber, Sai has just absconded. It is your turn, Dr. Haber.
Wait a minute. Wait, where are you going? You're leaving.
All right, here's what you've got. Elvira, gone, flown the coop. Sai dashed 90 feet up the steps, nearly out the front door, but off this level. You have Shield, who is pretty sure that they're running,
Okay.
and Sunny, who is 5 feet up the steps.
Just trying to making sure that Shield is moving.
Okay, we're gonna say that Shield is moving.
Okay.
It was agreed upon before Shield stepped away. So
cool.
All right, Dr. Haber.
God
Mr. World, just a point of info. I don't believe we're heading for the front door. I think we're heading for the teleport.
Oh, yes, right.
Yeah.
So we're not going out, we're going up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Damn it, Kleina. I was just making friends with Sai. We were going to do good work together, damn it, Kleina. Cutie, come. Cutie, come here. Come close to my mouth. I'm going to give you a treaty from your mouth. Let me sit down here in this chair. Come, Cutie. Come, Cutie. We'll get work tomorrow. We'll work tomorrow.
Okay. As soon as we have Shield back, we will, I suppose, wrap this up. Thank you, Dr. Haber.
I had an immensely amount of fun on that one for sure. Thank you.
I am so sad that I could not be your friend, but I cannot stay in a dungeon.
He was going to try to basically enslave you in some horrible way.
Yeah, and that's been done twice before, so no thank you.
Not once, but twice.
Well, I rather liked my first gardener, but the druid was just bad news, and I do not want to do this again. And Douglas, why do you keep opening an Evernote window?
Yes. Okay. All right.
Until we meet again, crazy doctor.
Oh, we'll be back, dude.
Yeah, I'll see you. I'll see you soon.
All right.
I'll bring some pierogies and kapusta when we do come back, all right?
That's right. Virtual pierogies. Good to see you, Sai.
You too. Next time.
Shield and Sunny, it's nice to meet you, buddy.
Good to meet you.
All right, see you guys.
All right, you guys move up to the lighthouse. You activate it. You get back to Astoria safely. And you level up. All right. That Dr. Haber is dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Before we, when we get back to Astoria, Sai will be really quiet for a little while, and then stop trying to steal my cheese. Sorry, guys, my dog is being ridiculous. Look at Sunny and say, "Thank you. I saw you guarding my back. I didn't, Elvira, I didn't want to stay with him. I wanted to help his work, but I didn't want to stay in the dungeon. I would not leave you. Not unless it was the only way to get you out. And he knocked me out in one go. We couldn't fight that.
It was pretty scary. I was pretty concerned for our existence.
Mm-hmm. Those things are really bad. I haven't seen anything up here as bad as that.
I've never seen anything like that before, and I've been to the Feywild.
We can't just leave it alone forever, though.
No, but I want to be able to take more than one hit before we go back.
I'm not saying we go back in now, but we can't just leave it alone forever.
Also, I learned something very important today. I really do hate vestment intermodal. I am sad that the only other person trying to take them out is apparently evil, because I don't want to be evil, but I do want to take them out.
You can accomplish both of these, even if it's more difficult that way.
All right.
There's no sense in losing yourself.
Continue to talk as you make your way to City Hall and collect your bounty. Yes, bounty.
Yes.
Remember, you were hired 5,000 gold pieces bounty hired to solve the sea monster problem, which in fact you did. It's taken a while to get back, but you are back. The town is ever so thankful. Mayor Sammy presents each of you with a medallion of appreciation in addition to your 5,000 gold pieces, which you owe Quint Bungler, Captain Quint Bungler, 2,000, I believe, gold pieces of that. But
Well,
alas,
he's dead now.
I'm not thinking we should throw the money into the water.
Sleeps with the fishes.
Do we know where any of the remaining crew is to give them their fair cut?
Well, none of the crew survived, with the
Right.
exception of the first mate, who decided to retire in KC 426 with
Yeah, he ain't getting nothing.
his Warforged family. So Carter Bishop, who works for Vestment Intermodal, by the way.
Yeah, he ain't getting nothing.
Yes. Okay. 5,000. Go ahead, Sonny.
Sonny's like, I've not been to Astoria before. What's it like?
Wet.
Yeah, it'll be a
We seem to have lost Alvaro. Oh, she's back? No.
So, Astoria, think. We are talking about a temperate rainforest on the edge of the back country. In a northern climate, we are talking about long days this time of year. It's just about summer. In fact, it feels like the next time the party meets after their rest and they're leveling up, it will be summertime. the days are very long. This is a very northern latitude. The sun comes up very early, 4 5 a.m., and really doesn't go down until 1 a.m. perhaps. We're talking about a lot of sunlight here, and but it's temperate. It's chilly. It's almost, the air is almost the same temperature as the ocean often. Major storms can blow through here. When it gets rough, it gets very rough. In fact, this party saved the town from major disaster, flooding, tsunami, and major storm. It was a perfect storm of high tide and a cyclone hitting, and everything just flooded the town, and the party helped out quite a bit. That flood and that storm did make their investigations into the cult of Mashulu a little more difficult. But this town certainly seems to have an undercurrent of acolytes to Mashulu here. In fact, they are aware of, in the basement of the inn where adventurers use their home as their home base. In that basement, there is a little temple to Mashulu. Did I miss anything, folks?
Not that I can. Except for I'll be mayor here someday, when we retire from adventuring. That's a thing. It's a thing that's going to happen. It is.
Okay.
It's canon. Unless I die first. And then I'll be a mayor to the afterlife.
Mayor
Why
of
can't you be
Skeleton
mayor?
Town.
Why do I want to be mayor?
Mhm.
Because the current town mayor is completely incompetent.
Is that your fault? Do you need to fix
No.
it?
That's why I want to fix it, because it's not my fault.
Couldn't you just find someone else so you didn't have to stay here?
It's kind of like a personal thing.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Just really rubbed me the wrong way. Just really did. So that's my personal life's retirement mission, to become mayor of Astoria and not Mayor of Sammy.
Okay, let's just take a look at the map here, and let's do this. This might give us a little bit. All right, we are in Astoria. There is a lighthouse. You all were quite a bit south of this, KC 426. This area is far more populated. However, the backcountry is just a day away. The Grove, Size Grove, is to the west. Let's zoom in into this area, on the way to Heraldus Lake. This is the region that you are in. Can zoom
Seems
in
like
a
it has
little
a
bit
significant mountain range that's like cutting it off from the other half of the continent.
more. Oh yes, absolutely yes. So, the key thing here is the backcountry is wild. So humanity, I shouldn't say humanity, but you know, there is a sliver of civilization hanging on to the coastline. Everything, there really aren't population centers once you get off of the coastline. Now, Small Axe Lodge is the clear cutting zone that Cy referred to earlier when they expressed their disdain for Vestment Intermodal. Vestment Intermodal is logging that area heavily in quite a manner that has no regard for old growth or wood quality, or really the needs and the long-term best interest of the forest. So the grove has not been touched by that yet. The grove is an area of sentient, not just willows, but aspens. What other oaks? Spruce. And what was the phrase? Every spruce thinks it's a sequoia.
Yes, I have this one somewhere. Yeah, every spruce thinks it's a sequoia, right?
Yeah, every spruce
Yeah, I
thinks.
think I wrote it down. Hang on.
You got to have the spruce if you want the grove to be fancy. You just need to spruce it up.
That's right.
Yeah, every spruce thinks it's a sequoia. I did write
Yeah.
it down. Hell yeah.
Yep, and his name is Russell.
Russell, right? Russell is sort of the certainly the speaks for the trees.
Yeah, real mossy fella.
He's the one I called Grandpa.
Very mossy. Yeah, very very mossy. Yeah,
Also quite spongy.
spongy too. Yes.
Yeah, spongy even.
Okay, a little more review. So the shipping lanes, the story is a port city, and here are some approximate times to get to other regions. So let's see if we have one. 20 weeks to Queens Moreland, 12 weeks to Socotra, 6 weeks to Glaciava by ship. Now this lighthouse that you see here in frame, this is the lighthouse that you just returned to.
It's about summer, and Glacier sounds like it's a place that would probably be icy. This would probably be a good time to visit it if we wanted to visit.
Glaciava definitely is icy and extremely seedy.
Oh,
And not like the seedy, like size kind of garden greenhouse kind of seedy, but the other kind.
Yeah, not Psy seedy, like sticky floor seedy.
Like it's a perfect place for pirates, you know?
So when last I'm going on the chat.
Is it the bully dog? It's the bully dog.
Yeah, I believe we've got a resident Borker.
We should still infiltrate the logging camp, yes. But if anything has proven that we need to work on some things before we do anything smarticle.
is this like infiltrate with like a fireball infiltrate, or is this sort of like infiltrate like trying to join?
Unfortunately for you and I, they mean infiltrate as in join, which
Well,
I might be smoke for that.
Listen,
I can't
Shield.
imagine they would hire me for a logging camp. I'm
It's
tiny.
not necessarily about being a logger. It's about every time we've tried to get information from these Mushulu fuckers, they tell us, Mushulu who? What are you talking about? Or go off into the desert and battle the Naga, and then you'll be an acolyte of Mushulu. It's like, if we go to the logging camp, we might have a way in to get information because they'll talk to each other about things and stuff, but they won't talk to outsiders. You know?
Let's review though. The logging camp is very similar to KC 426 in that it is a camp designed to collect natural resources. So, you know, all of the value, the perceived value to civilization on this continent really comes down to its vast natural resources. The logging camp collecting wood, KC 426 collecting fertilizer. So you should have the same expectations of the people in the logging camp as you sort of do for the people in KC 426. They are sort of the labor force working on behalf of Vestment Intermodal. Do some of them whistle the Mushulu song? Yes, for sure. So, are some of them casually affiliated with that belief system? Probably. I just don't want to mislead anyone into thinking that's a cult camp working for Mishulu.
It
Fair
seems
point.
more like it's a camp where there's some cultists who were living there more than it is a place around it, from what you've said. Just like the reason the cultists were over where we just, and Casey, a number was they wanted to be by the sea, not because there was anything going on with cult activity there.
Yeah, that's right. So when spring came, the workers sort of left Astoria, went out into the logging camp, assured that it would be safe from dangers, and they brought their entire families to that camp. So one of the girls was singing the song to herself, which is probably a song she heard around town in Astoria.
Yes. So if we are looking into vestment intermodal, that may or may not be a way in, but honestly, it's probably a dead end. I feel like there may still be something with that dragon involved, like the fake dragon thing. That may have been, there may be more there. I don't know.
Yeah, like even if old boy was full of shit, there might be something to like an actual creature that was around.
Well, it's more like, why were those people that were massacred being targeted? Like, why would he pretend to battle a dragon in order to take them out? Like, there may be more there, or they may just have been trying to make sure there's nobody in the woods for vestment intermodal. I'm not sure.
Gendley also skipped out on us, if I remember right.
Oh yeah. Gendley apparently didn't exist.
And he had a bridge to sell us, no less, because he backed up the whole thing about the dragon and all that, and then
Which is
skipped
particularly
town.
funny, since I think he's a friend of Mayor Sammy's.
Oh, what makes you say that?
I don't remember. I have a note here that says they may be connected. But I am a tree without much experience in the world, so
Fair point.
anyway, I just feel like there's something to that dragon pretending thing that we might have dropped those threads a bit too soon.
Looking at the map, there's a thing that's kind of northwest of Astoria that looks like another settlement.
Oh yes, that is true.
What is it?
I don't know.
Have you been there?
Not that I know.
Could we go?
Yes.
I just want to see places. And like that place looks interesting and yet doesn't have a name.
Well, the map that we got, the only reason we have this map, it is a shipping lane map that we picked up. And so we that might be why it's not labeled. Maybe the city hall has a more accurate map of Kamatchkalan that says the names of places on it, and we can make comparisons, or just write on our own map and keep this one, because the shipping lanes is helpful. That plays into this Mushulu-ness somewhere.
Yes. Mushulu, we think, might live in the ocean and be big enough to eat whales. And that is because I found a map of the food chain with a blank spot at the top in the den for Mushulu's cult.
And there's some information about the Arctic food chain as well.
That's
Which
what I was saying, with Mushulu at the top of it. There was a blank spot at the top.
Oh,
fair.
Why is it called Resurrection Bay?
I don't know.
Because
there must be a story.
Yeah, I think, and she'll kick her feet up, and get her little lute thingy out, and she'll start to strum. I think it goes back to when Astoria was failing and the town was going under. Strum, strum, strum. And a group of adventurers wandered into a lighthouse, and they fought some dragons. Strum, strum, strum. And by fighting those dragons and clearing them out, the town of Astoria was able to be contracted to Vestment Intermodal, Strum, Off Key, Annoyed Strum. And Mayor Sammy, I think, had some stuff to do with that. But yeah, the town was resurrected after that adventure. I think that's correct.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Not literal resurrection.
No, more like metaphorical resurrection.
Okay.
Yes, that's exactly right, Elvira. It's good to have a bard.
Why is it called Heraldus Lake? Is there heraldry there?
That is where we found the fake dragon at the north and the clear cutting at the south.
That
like
is
up by the
correct.
mountains is where the fake dragon attack was staged.
If you keep showing Sunny the map, anything that has a name on it, she's going to ask you stories about it. I can stop interrupting other conversations with questions.
No, these are all great questions that haven't been asked before. So folks may not have all the answers. They have acquired the map, but there hasn't been a lot of detailed analysis on the map yet.
What's the
Yeah,
like?
Socotra. So if you remember back to your conversation over Chagas Ol Peculiar, you will recall that in order to join and become an acolyte to Mashulu, you will have to defeat a Naga on Socotra.
We might learn more about Mashulu if we went that way.
We might. That would be probably I don't know, I was thinking that would be a good thing, but then that falls into the infiltration of the Mushulites at that point. And I mean, as much as I think it's a good idea to get more information, I also don't want my mind's eye to be invaded as well. And I don't know. I'm having second thoughts about joining the cult to get information.
Fair. I mean, it does take 3 months to get there, so we could spend summer on the seas, and by the time we get there, figure it out and do something else.
You could.
I just wish there were a way to leave a message for Naime, letting her know where we were going.
Shield will kind of open his shirt up a little bit to reveal he has a holy symbol branded in his chest. Infiltration might also be a little difficult for me.
Well, everybody turns over a new leaf at some point in their life, Shield.
Well, yeah, I think the only one that revelation occurred to was Elvira. So you could be considered allies, henchmen, something to that effect. But Elvira would probably be the only one as a candidate to become an acolyte to Mashulu. If that helps you, Shield.
There's probably some deity lawyering we can do around that. No, I didn't join a cult. My friend did. I'm just helping him out.
Yeah.
But what about what if we get a map of Benalia and look and see if we could find other lighthouses and places, and maybe investigate some lighthouses, because maybe we could find the Tinkerer along the way, because Vestment Intermodal takedown requires information from the Tinkerer, methinks.
That may be a good way to go about it. It would also give us quicker means of transportation. In the future,
we have to go to the lighthouse.
Yeah. in the
But maybe
future.
if we got the map of Benalia, we could look on there and see if we think maybe the Tinkerer is in a location, or where to start, at least where we know we could charter a ship out of here. We did just get a fat payload. We could, get on another ship and take us to somewhere. There's more bunglers than just Quint.
Yes. All right. Well, you will easily be able to purchase a map with your many thousands of gold pieces. You can hire
Five,
a
right?
ship. What's that?
You said it was 5,000.
5,000. Yep. So between now and next session, you will decide what you want to do with those gains. Hiring a ship for the journey, it will a journey to Glaciava will essentially be 10 gold pieces each. It is standard trade route, happens all the time. Ships are going back and forth all the time. Socotra is a much longer journey, and there really is much less trade there, but it is on the trade route ultimately to Matria. It's the southern trade route. So that will cost 100 gold pieces to get to Socotra. It's a little bit out of their way. And you will get a map of this. I will update it with the information.
Is it just straight to Matria?
No, they would drop you off on Socotra, which
Okay.
is sort of along that trade route.
Okay. Okay.
And ultimately that goes to Matria and then Broadwalk and then
Harbor.
north up to Harboron is landlocked. North up to back to Glaciava. It's sort of a circular trade route.
Yep, and there's one thing right smack dab in the middle of the map that I want to go to. Yes, there is.
Yep.
I want it. I would love it. But Glaciava sounds like I don't know. It might be a good place for us to get information, because it is a place where people will do things for coin, whether it's good, neutral, or not.
Hey, buddy, want to make $50? Come join this cult.
I wouldn't necessarily say you need to do that much, but let's just say there are some extensive points of information available in Glaciava if you know who to talk to.
Right on. Was having a giggle, but I am not opposed to scoping out Glaciava, especially if it may be a information hub. Could be
there's a glacier. That could be cool to see the sunrise over.
Yeah, it's pretty well known. You would probably have stopped there on your way here, Sonny. So Glaciava is primarily a city on a very northern island that is almost entirely covered in glaciers and ice, with the exception of a massive volcano in the middle of it. So it is the land of ice and fire, and when the volcano erupts, there are channels like rivers of fire that flow even through the city. Most of the city residents, it's not a big deal to them. Lava flows through the city. It's very controlled, just like water would be somewhere else. But it's an interesting place where different elements come to coexist.
Maybe there's somebody there that can teach me a little bit more about fire magic.
Yeah. Yep.
It feels like
You know plenty of fire magic.
I could always stand to know more. Like, I would love to be dancing around, flying around the battlefield, singing "Goodness Gracious, Great Balls of Fire," shooting them out places, but I'm not that good yet. Know what I mean?
But does it have to be fire? Couldn't it be thunder damage or wind damage or something more wholesome?
I
Tell
don't
you,
know if you forgot this about me, Sai, but I'm not necessarily the most wholesome.
and I
We're
hate to
friends.
mention it, Sai, but like the sun's kind of a big ball of fire, and it gives me some balls of fire too.
You haven't practiced in my branches as much as Elvira
Oh.
has.
No, I know better than I know better than that.
I don't know, guys. Before we head anywhere, I want to go check out that dragon spot one more time. I just feel like we missed something.
Is there like dragonish things there that I could see?
It wasn't a real dragon.
It was people pretending to be a dragon as an excuse to commit mass murder.
Oh.
As far as we're aware, anyway.
That's interesting.
But I feel like we missed something.
Well, while we're still in this part of the world, we can go scope that out and then chart a course to Glaciava.
Okay, we are going to do that. We're going to do that offline. You're going to discover a bunch of things. We will play that between now and our next session. I don't believe we're back before the new year, so I wish everyone a happy holiday, a happy new year. Congratulations to Cappy's friends who are getting married next week. Congratulations to them. Have a great time at the wedding. We will see everyone back in January. And Dr. Haber, nasty stuff. Did we all figure out what I think the blind spot of the party is right now, the weak point?
Scouting and int saves.
Scouting.
Yeah, intelligence. It looks like a dump stat for everyone in the party, as far as I recall. So something to think about. Not something you're necessarily going to fix leveling up to level 7, but it does seem like a pretty obvious weak point. So enjoy level 7. We will see you in a couple of weeks. Congratulations. Well played. I had no idea how Haber was going to play that. I did not know Dr. Haber was coming out firing with the psychic blast right away. That threw me just as much as it threw everyone else. But you navigated through a really tough situation. So well done. Well played. That was a very dangerous situation, and you got yourselves out of it. Everyone was healthy. So well done. Good job. And we'll see you next week or 2 weeks.